Hey, Aaron Adams here with Infinity Investing, wrapping up this third part in our 3 Ways to Make Money series. We started with and if you haven't seen the first 2 series, you're going to want to backtrack and go see those. First in the series was 3 ways to make $1,000 in real estate in the next 30 days. We covered wholesaling, bird dogging, and Airbnb subletting as those 3 strategies. The next part in the series was the 3 ways to make $10,000 over the next 90 days. I introduced 3 completely different concepts: mobile home flipping, pre-foreclosure marketing, and leasing. And the final area that I want to cover are 3 ways to make $100,000 in real estate in the next 365 days, so in the next year. And I have 3 specific strategies that I want to cover for you. Again, different ideas than the 6 that we've covered previously. Because the idea being that after you've just spent a half an hour watching these 3 videos, you have 9 different strategies that you could pursue as a real estate investor. When I meet people who say, I want to get into real estate, they're thinking get a real estate license or do some flips. And hopefully we've really got the wheels turning for you. There's smoke coming out of your ears, and you come and join our free basic membership package at infinityinvesting.com. Get involved with our trainings. We have monthly live trainings where you can hear more about these strategies. We have classes that you can take to learn about any one of these strategies in details. There's a lot that you need to learn, but the good thing about real estate is that real estate is 4 miles wide and 2 inches deep. There's a lot of information, but none of it's very difficult, okay? Now, the first one that I want to discuss is modular home developments. And a modular home is kind of like a mobile home. So think of the home that was built in 2 halves in a factory and put on trucks and taken down the highway and then put onto a foundation, but it's put onto a permanent foundation. We just completed a modular home development, and here's why I like it. Now, let's say you're busy, you have a job, but you'd like to get into real estate on the side. I bought a lot. And it had utilities, it had power and sewer and electric, so it was buildable, and it had permission to build a single family home. So you think about going and finding a lot that you can buy somewhere in your town. And then you put in an order for a modular home. The home takes 6 to 8 months to be built. The benefit is that home is going to cost you less than $100 a square foot, as cheap as maybe even $75 or $80 a square foot. So think about buying a 1,000 square foot home for $100,000. And obviously you're going to have to pay for the land. Obviously you're going to have to pay to connect to utilities. But right now, let me just give you some pricing context. Right now, a builder is spending about $150 per square foot just to build the home. So a brand new starter home, just entry-level starter home, costs the builder $150K plus the lot. Modular homes are $75 to $100 a square foot plus the lot. And so that difference in pricing becomes your opportunity. When you look around the United States, the most severe shortage in housing is entry-level homes. We just sold a modular home for $209,000, 1,300 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath on a quarter-acre lot. The quarter-acre lot, new construction, stick-built homes just up the street, made by a regular developer, we're selling for $270,000. Now, my home wasn't as cute as those homes, but it was cheaper, and my lot was bigger. And so somebody said $270,000 for cuter, $209,000, bigger lot, bigger home. And the buyer, it was a no-brainer for the buyer. You probably did that when you bought your house. You went through that kind of, well, this one's nicer, but this is going to be a better fit, or we can afford this one more. And so I love modular home developing. Why it's a good strategy for you as a developer is you can become a developer and you don't have to have electrical subs and drywall subs and roofing contractors because the home is built in the factory. You only have to have a foundation guy and somebody that can set the home and connect those 2 utilities. And the modular home dealership, the Clayton Homes, the Fleetwood Homes that's near you, they're going to have a list of contractors that know exactly how to do all of that. And so all you have to do is quarterback the project and walk it through. I love modular home developing. It's faster than traditional developing. It doesn't require as much knowledge as traditional developing, and it's certainly more profitable. And you're also filling a niche of some of the most high demand type homes that we have in the country. Now, the next strategy I wanted to throw out there is property management. Wall Street has become one of the biggest landlords in America. And prior to 2012, Wall Street owned very few homes. But property management as a business, as an industry, it used to be pure mom and pop, and it's advanced far beyond that. And not only is property management in high demand, but it is in all segments. So commercial property management, apartment complexes, commercial buildings, residential property management, single family homes, and there's a shortage of good property managers. People aren't graduating from college saying, yeah, I want to go into property management. It's what I'm passionate about. And easily you can make $100,000 by starting your own property management company or becoming a superstar for somebody else's property management company. Usually you need to have a real estate license. But me personally, I would much rather do property management than get a real estate license and sit at open houses on Saturdays. It's a much better way to use a real estate license. So I love property management as a strategy for you. Maybe it's something that you never thought of. The final area of 3 ways to make $100,000 in real estate in the next 365 days is flipping, but not flipping single family homes like you see on the flipping shows. Focusing on duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes. And let me explain why flipping those is such a great strategy. The first reason that I like those is because they're small enough, because once you get over fourplex, when you get fiveplex and beyond, those properties are big enough that they're on the radar of all the big money guys, all the institutional investors, okay? So now you jump into a pool where you have a ton of competition. You stay under that threshold, you stay at duplexes, triplexes, and you could even do some sixplexes. You're not gonna have as much competition. The second reason is a lot of those properties are fragmented and owned by mom and pop operations. So you can find some really rundown stuff. And when you can buy rundown, you get a good discount on price. You can buy it for 30, 40, 50 cents on the dollar and create value. And the way that you create the value is 2 ways. You create value by raising the rents and fixing it up. And unlike a single family home where you're just trying to put some granite in, make it cute and then hope that the buyers like it, when you're dealing with multifamily, duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, sixplexes, you're able to say, okay, fair market rents right now are $800. This place has been rented for $600. So when we raise the rent, we're putting money in our pocket when we go to sell this thing. It has old hot water heaters, so we're gonna fix that. Currently, the owner pays all the electric, so we're going to split the meters. There's a lot of ways that you can maximize your profits by flipping these types of properties that we teach you at Infinity Investing. And so by fixing the property up, by splitting the utility, by raising the rents, by taking what was maybe an unprofessional mom and pop type managed property and really cleaning it up, getting the rents where they should be, getting the property fixed up, taking care of those repairs, that you can turn around and translate that into huge profits for yourself. So imagine buying a duplex for $100,000. That once you've spent another $75,000 in improvements and repairs and raise the rents and get people on good leases, and now you have this pristine property full of tenants at the higher rent rate. There are a lot of investors who don't want to deal with that headache. They don't want to deal with the headache of the repairs. They don't want to deal with the headache of raising the rents and getting the old tenants out or dealing with the drama of raising the rents on them. By your willingness to deal with that drama, there's a ton of money for you. And what I find is that if you spend $100,000 in improvements on the property, you're going to get $200,000 in profits. And so it's very profitable. It's worth it. And it's an area that you should be thinking about. So maybe you've been thinking flipping. I don't want you flipping the single family homes like you see on the shows. I want you to think flipping multifamily. Hopefully these strategies have been valuable for you. hopefully the wheels are spinning and you're starting to think about some of these strategies that we've covered. We appreciate you joining us here at Infinity Investing on the YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe. Love for you to share it with someone else if you're finding this value. And more importantly, I look forward to having you join us at our Infinity Investing events that we have online, and then ultimately live in person. I'd love to have you join me at my operation in Indianapolis and learn and move forward on your investing career, because I've loved what I've been doing for the past 21 years. And as a former high school teacher, I really love sharing what I've learned with investors like you. So hopefully you can feel that as you watch these videos as well. Thanks for your time today.